All right, what's going on? We back. Goodfellas Sports TV. We in the building. Appreciate everybody for checking in. Blessings to the brothers and sisters out there checking out the channel. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, bell icon button. Won't miss another video. Y'all see the title, and pretty much shit. The title reads that Wilder's already said the contracts are signed for Fury for the Tyson Fury fight, the rematch. So he's gonna fight Luis Ortiz and Fury. Shout out to Showbiz the adult. He called that first. He said that's exactly what was gonna happen. Only difference, I don't think he said Shelly Finkel don't believe Wilder could beat AJ. I just think they really freezing them out. It's the only kind of difference that I think, but you can't get mad for people who have difference of opinions because his opinion could be right. My opinion could be wrong. I never sit here and tell you that I'm right, I'm 100% right, about certain things. And this one I really don't know, but obviously I don't give a fuck. It's only two fights in the sport of boxing that really can move the needle and say the sport, and that's Wilder, Joshua, and Crawford and Spence. And on both sides on the same side of the street, it's both PBC fighters holding shit up. Okay, at the end of the day, you fighting Tyson Fury next. What does that do for the division? Lineal champion, the shit is not real. The ring belt is owned by Golden Boy. Golden Boy cannot give out a belt when give out a belt and they're a promoter. That's a conflict of interest. The lineal championship is who the man. And at the end of the day, Fury beat Vladimir Klitschko, but at the same time, he cheated before that fight, right? Then he tried to play it off. He went away. Nigga, you no longer the lineal champion. You're not the best fighter in the division per sanction belt body or per the public opinion. And this is just my personal opinion on the shit, right? But he ain't the fucking best, out there as far as hardware. He don't have hardware right now. With him not having hardware, like nigga, like I can care less. At the end of the day, Wilder want to do all these other things first instead of fight AJ. And like I said before, he making business decisions, and I'm not gonna co-sign that. I'm never going to co-sign somebody making business in boxing life. What's up, Dr. Blick? Javier, what's going on? What's up, Detroit versus everybody? Kaying, Carmen, what's going on? Kofi, what's going on? Um, he said boxing was they saving AJ for last. When it comes to moving the needle, Wilder beating Fury would be like fighting White. It means nothing. United Soto Nation, salute, bro. Appreciating the super chat, man. What's going on? Capadonna 24 said bomb squad. See, some people happy about it. I'm not. I don't like once again, and there's no shout out to Capadonna. Capadonna, what's going on? Uh, but I don't care about it. At the end of the day, it's nice to know that he get his rematch and he's able to redeem himself. But then again, who says he beat Tyson Fury? All right, we can get into that aspect of it. Who says that Wilder beats Tyson Fury? You know what I'm saying? Who says that Wilder beat Tyson Fury? Because in my opinion, he didn't beat him the first time, and he just came back from losing 100 something pounds. And however he lost, if you think he lost it naturally, if you think he didn't lose it naturally, whatever the situation may be, right? My whole thing about it is that why not just be AJ? United Solar Nation Super Chat again. Appreciate it, family. Why not be AJ? And then you can fight Tyson Fury for all the belts. Why not be AJ? And then you can fight Luis Ortiz for more money. Then you could beat Dillian White. It's like doing it backwards. They trying to prove to Eddie Hearn in the zone that they the A side. That they deserve the quote unquote 80 million and AJ really deserved the 40 million. They trying to show that they move the needle. And at the end of the day, in my personal opinion, it takes two to dance. You know what I'm saying? Big leg back 4-5 salute. It takes two to dance. E-Man East, what's going on? Like what I mean is like Canelo can't pull the zone by himself. He would actually have to have an upper echelon opponent to make people go to the zone. In addition to that, he's going to have a proper promotion. He's going to have to run commercials. They're going to have to do promos. They got to do a real citywide tour. I mean, United International tour. So it takes a team to launch a platform. Okay, it takes a team to build a pay-per-view, and it's not just the two fighters. It takes the networks, the promoters. It takes everybody for promoting the fight the right way. Social media promoting it the right way. It takes them promoting the right way to the public. And really, it's a lost art how to sell a pay-per-view. And if you don't like it, maybe you don't like this term, but the zone is really like a pay-per-view. It's an application. It's a recurring payment. And a lot of people have issues with recurring payments coming out their account. You know, they have issues with that. So that's a hurdle in itself. Some people rather pay $75 and never see it come out their account and just go into their cable bill, go into their satellite bill. Some people would like to see that. Some people would rather do that than they rather pay $75 than a recurring payment. So, you know, for me, important and me, excuse me, for me, you know, for me, it's like, how can I explain it? For me, Deontay Wilder will never be that big, okay? Not before he defeats AJ. But you know what he is doing? He's increasing his value. He's increasing his value each fight, each fight, each fight. So, you know, he said a fight went from what they offered him 10 million to 12 and a half to 25 million. Now they got up to offering him, you know, now they offering him 40 million for the fight, right? That's cool. You know what I'm saying? You know, he get 40 million. Now he want to build up. He feel like he said this fight could be $1 billion fight. He said he feel like he can get 100 million off this fight. He's very ambitious, but for me, it takes two to tango. And by you fighting on Showtime and you fighting on Showtime pay-per-view, you're not increasing your visibility. You're not increasing your accessibility. It'd have been nice if Dominic Brazil fight. CB Topics was going on. The NBA King David salute. Who that nation salute. For me, Peanut, what's going on? For me, if he really wanted to increase his popularity for this AJ fight and really increase his value, it would be him taking, you know, probably 3 steps back in some people's mind, wanting to fight on free TV, building his popularity up, because that's where his following came from. It came from free TV. Building your value up on free TV. And also they should have AJ fight on free TV. You know what I'm saying? Then you take it to a pay-per-view or the zone type of platform. But this fight ain't gonna be a $1 billion fight. This fight ain't gonna be a $500 million fight. However they slice it, the zone is gonna end up taking the loss for it because AJ, at least, you know, statewide, he don't bring 100,000 pay-per-views. Wilder may bring 300, 350, 350,000. Let's say you double it and say it's only $20. You know, let's triple it. That still ain't enough money to cover the tab. You know what I'm saying? So, like I said before, Wilder's the one that's bullshitting. And at the end of the day, y'all can get mad at me all you want to. Until we fight Anthony Joshua, I'm not restoring his honor. I'm not restoring his respect. And until Anthony Joshua get in the ring with Deontay Wilder, I'm not restoring his honor, and I'm not restoring his respect. And that's my opinion. I can't tell you this and that. At the end of the day, Wilder is just another nigga. He just like one of them nerdy niggas or one of them lame niggas in class that grew up, got a good paying job, bought a Maserati. He got the dope change, the dope crib, and now he just stunting on everybody. The revenge of the nerd. Deontay Wilder is a Renardo. What's going on? Deontay Wilder is a he that nerd. He that runt. He that nigga nobody cared about. He that nigga that was in the trenches that everybody overlooked. You know what I'm saying? He was like Kawhi Leonard. He was a Giannis. You know what I'm saying? He was a Tom Brady. Everybody overlooked him. And steadily he worked his way up. He worked his way up. He worked his way up. And he worked his way up. I'll talk about Fury and Joshua. Give me a second. He worked his way up. He worked his way up. And now that he grew up in a boxing game. I mean, in a boxing game, he grew up and ain't never had nothing. Now he got something. Now he got a little bit of power. It's like that nigga you work next to. You know, a motherfucker that was just the bottom of the barrel. He rise through the ranks. He team leader, you know, assistant manager. Now he the manager, right? Now he the manager of the situation. I answer questions towards the end, so just hold him on. He's the manager now. Now he feel like he got power to boss niggas around. You niggas didn't invite me to Buffalo Wild Wings, you know, for the fantasy football thing. Y'all niggas didn't hang out with me. Now I'm about to make you feel the wrath. Deontay Wilder is acting like a real lame ass nigga right now. You know, now he got his nose stuck in the air. He got a little bit of popularity. This is what happened when you give a nigga an inch. When you give a nigga an inch like Deontay Wilder, the nigga think he gonna take 100 miles. Now he felt that he bossed up, and really the niggas that he really studying on and the niggas that he really holding his nuts on is us. And some people just so happy to get shitted on. Some niggas so happy for him to slap his nuts in their face and say Ortiz next and Fury next. But for the whole while, right now, shut the fuck up. Fuck up out of here. Fuck up out of here. For the whole time, like now he really shitting on his fans. You know what I'm saying? That's what he doing. But the whole time, these niggas just they happy. But then again, the last 2 years, around 2 years, a lot of people been on the internet going back and forth with AJ fans, going back and forth with Boxing Beats and Rhymes, going back and forth with Hatman, going back and forth with all these other dudes. All we do is go back and forth, back and forth. So you would really think that a lot of these motherfuckers out here, right? You would think a lot of these motherfuckers out here would want to prove it. Like, dude, just Wilder, hurry up, get it over with, so we can have our day, you know, on social media. We can have our day on YouTube. We can have our told you so, and we can celebrate you being the undisputed champ, stamping your way into the Hall of Fame. No, they don't want that. I'm telling you, nigga, like niggas that's on these channels all day that cry and they carry the one. They take it to the third power. They say this guy don't deserve this and this guy don't deserve that. All they do is talk about the business, the useless business side, and they just try to rationalize whatever these fuck niggas be doing. Them the type of niggas that don't really want to see the fight. Because if the fight happened, what do they have to talk about? If Wilder and AJ happen, what do they have to talk about? In this case, you got something else to talk about. The Fury fight just become that much bigger. That's $100 pay-per-view now. They really can reach and say, we can add 25, it's $100 pay-per-view. Dillian White, hey, Deontay Wilder can go to the UK. Tear that motherfucker down and run up a check over there. He can come back, rematch Luis Ortiz, beat Koznauki. He could push for 50-0, even though he got one draw. Beat 51-0, he can retire. But the problem is, he fighting Ortiz, Fury for short money. Since we all about business, because if you beat Anthony Joshua, if y'all saying, and you got niggas out here saying Deontay Wilder is bigger than Floyd Mayweather. Will, what's going on? He said they bigger than Floyd Mayweather. Then if you know your history, when Floyd Mayweather beat, let me read the super chat. Matt Hatter, salute, bro. He said Wilder trying to flex will backfire. He's not a media favorite like AJ and Fury. AJ has more belts. He should just dust AJ off ASAP. The media backs AJ and Fury. If they lose he said if they lose, everything loses luster. Salute. Exactly. So I get to that where he don't really control his reality. He don't really control his own fate. And that's a great point that he brought up. Duval County, B. Howard in the house. BH, I see you. But what I'm saying is, if you look at Mayweather, since motherfuckers want to talk about business and compare his popularity to Mayweather, when Mayweather beat Oscar, hold on my back. When Mayweather beat Oscar De La Hoya, he took an 80-20 split from Oscar, taking the latter of 20. But after that, everything went up. It was $20 million paydays and up since then. I mean, $30 million, $40 million, $50 million, $100 million, $200 million, $250 after the back end money, almost $300 million paydays. So you think, and I'm just putting in perspective for motherfuckers that's getting mad at me. And I know niggas get mad at me. I don't care. You know what? I don't have to answer to nobody. I'm my own boss. All right? And just because we disagree don't mean I got beef with a motherfucker. This is my opinion. But you think Mayweather would have said, let me fight Ricky Hatton first. Had he fought Ricky Hatton before Oscar De La Hoya, shit would have been like a $7 million purse. Had he fought Marquez before he fought De La Hoya, probably would have been a $7-10 million purse. Had he fought Shane Mosley before that, at the time, younger Shane Mosley, he would have been probably $10, $12, $15 million purse possibly. He said, why did Mayweather take an 80-20 split? Because boxing like Mayweather understood, I'm going to dust Oscar De La Hoya, But once I beat Oscar De La Hoya, my popularity gonna rise up. I take the loss right now. With Mayweather taking the loss right now, is taking the loss as far as financial split. Everything else was on the up and up after that. After he did he polished 24/7 off with his verbal assault of Oscar De La Hoya. After he dusted all that shit off, after he beat De La Hoya and he sold himself and marketed himself and used the platform of fighting Oscar De La Hoya, it was no more Vienna sausages for him. It was no more, steak and now he was eating caviar, filet mignon and shit like that. He understood if I beat Oscar De La Hoya and take the loss now, hey, the Marquez fight gonna be that much more. The Ricky Hatton fight gonna be that much bigger. Every time I fight Guerrero, I get this Madonna. Every time I step foot in the ring, I'm gonna get 100. I'm gonna get at least a minimum 30 million. Minimum. Ain't nobody got to come in and reinvest. Fuck up out of here. Fuck up out of here. Now I don't have to come in here and reinvest. You feel what I'm saying? I don't have to just take this law. Now I can just move up, excuse me. Now I can move up and whoever I fight, I'm getting that money. But they're not breaking it down to him like that. You know what I'm saying? It's stupid what he doing. Because AJ, both of them can't fight. Both of these motherfuckers can't fight. Deontay Wilder can't fight. Real talk. When you talk about real classic good boxers, Deontay Wilder, I'm being nice by saying he got an average skill set. I'm being nice by saying Anthony Joshua got an average skill set. When you talk about pound for pound, the 10 best fighters in boxing, skill-wise, since ain't nobody fighting nobody, AJ and Wilder shouldn't even be, other than they heavyweights and they just bigger than everybody and they just beat everybody else because of their size. Other than that, if you just say everybody's skill level, everything else, speed, agility, footwork, punch variety, you know what I'm saying? Everything else under the sun besides their size, them niggas not the best 20 fighters out there. Deontay said he was going to bet on himself. I guess he wasn't lying. He not only just betting on himself, to be real, he not just betting on himself. His fate is in Anthony Joshua's hands. He not betting on himself. He's stupid. Now Anthony Joshua was a destructive force. He was indestructible. He looked like Pacquiao in 08, 09. You know what I'm saying? Where he was just running through everybody. You know when nobody gonna fuck up Anthony Joshua. You knew when nobody gonna fuck up Anthony Joshua. Then cool. You know what I'm saying? They cool. But Anthony Joshua could lose to Alexander Usyk. This is the heavyweight division. This ain't the welterweight division. And still Mayweather strung out. He strung out Manny Pacquiao fighting. Guess what? People forget Manny Pacquiao still got stretched. Manny Pacquiao lost twice. Manny Pacquiao lost twice. He lost twice. He lost twice. He lost to Tim Bradley, like it or not. That's an L. Then he got knocked out by Marquez. So you telling me if Manny Pacquiao can lose, that AJ Wilder can't lose? Neither one of them on that level. Both of them motherfuckers can lose. If I ain't making no sense for you, bro, ain't no way else I could break it down for you, bro. You just not approaching it with clarity. The real GOAT, what's going on? Ricky E in the super chat with money bags. What's going on? Appreciate it, bro. Heard y'all trading down, man. Y'all getting smart. Fuck RJ Barrett. That nigga ain't nothing but Andrew Wiggins clone. Salute, bro. Appreciate it. Much love. But like I'm telling y'all, if y'all don't get what I'm saying, man, I don't know what to say. Y'all niggas listen to all these other fugazi niggas talk about business all day. It's basic shit that I'm talking about. You beat AJ now. Let me just break it down to lamest terms, bro. Cali, what's going on? Cali 619. There go Factor. Let me break it down in lamest terms for you. You fight AJ now. Ortiz, Fury, White, Rivas, Koznowski, all those fights value jump up. because they all for undisputed. Your popularity rise by beating AJ. I mean, Pacquiao lost. How many times he lost? I'm talking about in the midst of marinating the Mayweather fight, he lost twice. You know what I'm saying? In the midst of the Mayweather fight, he lost twice. That's what I mean. So he, like I said before, you beat AJ now, everything else is up and up. And then when you go for 50 and 0, 51 and 0, that's the money bag. Then you can retire. That's what makes sense. And I just try to put it in plainest terms. And if you don't get it then, once again, Mayweather took a 20-80 split, I believe, versus Oscar De La Hoya. Right? I think it was $100 million bag. Oscar came out with 80 plus million. Floyd made 20 million, right? It ain't even about Wilder losing neither, leading. I'm going to get to that. He made about $20 million. But Mayweather knew, I cry now, but I'm going to be the nigga laughing later. No, it's not that he shouldn't rematch Fury. You know what I'm saying? It's the fact that if I beat AJ now, whatever they guesstimate the Fury fight to be, it's bigger. Big Gucci Home Sports TV salute, bro. It's bigger. Let's just say hypothetically the Fury mirror match was a $50 million fight. If Wilder stretched Anthony Joshua in the fashion that he should stretch him in, that motherfucker just went to a $100 million fight. So whatever you lost, the 50 million you lost, the 40 million you felt you lost that you deserved AJ, just look at it as you giving AJ a retirement fund. Because if Wilder thinking like I'm thinking, I'm gonna stretch this nigga out anyway. He needs the 80 million. Just give me the 40. Just give me the 40. Then you want to guarantee me a rematch? Look here. Or you get another 40 in a rematch. Or you get the 80 in the rematch and Josh will get the 40 if you win. If you lose, we can still do a rematch. You get the 40 again. Josh will get 80. I don't want to do it. Because how I'm feeling if I'm Wilder, once I stretch this English muffin, ain't gonna be no rematch. He gonna be eating through a tube. He gonna be eating his protein shakes through a tube. He gonna be eating it through a tube. So I'm gonna get a $40 or $80 million layup for a rematch. I'll fight Puev for the 40 or the 80. Then the Fury fight, I can go into a Fury fight on any network I want to. So a $50 million fight, I'm just saying hypothetically, I don't know the numbers. So a $50 million fight probably jumped to 100. And guess what about the 50? Tyson Fury can't tell you shit. If I want to get this nigga 80-20 split out of 100 million, I'll give him an 80-20 split. I'm the nigga with all the belts. So ain't no 50-50. Ain't no 60-40. Nigga, that's a 70-30 split now. So whatever I missed in the AJ fight, I'm making up with Fury. Then, if I want to roll into an Ortiz rematch, it's going to be probably on ESPN. Garcia, what's going on? A long time no see. Then, if I go into an Ortiz rematch, or I want to take a soft touch, I'm gonna get a Mayweather Guerrero type of bag. Probably not that much, but you get what I'm saying. Then I want to roll into an Ortiz rematch. Body snatcher, what's going on? Salute, bro. What's been cracking? Getting niggas buggers like, I was with the kids the other day, man. I'm garbage. Magic is gone. I still got the left hand though, baby. But like I said before, it's basic business one-on-one. This is if niggas want to copy the Mayweather blueprint, that's what you do. Because then the Fury fight value jump up. Then the then the Puev fight value. You can fight Puev on a 2-fight deal with the zone. Because once you stretch Anthony Joshua, English Muffin ain't coming back for a while. He ain't coming back. But for me, it ain't even fun to see AJ get froze out. You know, it ain't even about AJ. Guess who getting froze out? It's us. We getting froze out. We getting froze out because Wilder want to pad his pockets, and Wilder want to make Anthony Joshua and Eddie Hearn pay for disrespecting him. But where I come from, like the best revenge is me knocking your ass the fuck out. That's the best revenge. Instead of you trying to, it don't matter who started it though. Because in my opinion, boxing life, you could say AJ started it, right? And I agree with you, AJ started it, right? But who the real losers? Who the real losers? Us. Because Garcia Flores, there's no guarantee you're gonna be here tomorrow. Garcia Flores, it ain't no or C Dub, it ain't no guarantee that when Wilder AJ fight, you might have your daughter might be graduating, your son might have a big day, it might be his birthday party, you might not can see the fight live. It ain't no guarantee that I might be out of town or you might be out of town. It ain't no guarantee that your power might be. You don't know what the fuck gonna happen. Everybody assumed that, oh, I'm gonna be alive to see it, or I'm gonna be available to see it. It ain't about who started it. Because how can I call you? How can I be like, hey, bro, you mad? I'm mad at my mans for fucking my bitch, right? For fucking one of my hoes. All right, but I fucked one of his hoes first. Man, nigga, fuck that nigga, man. I know I fuck Keisha. He shouldn't have fucked Brittany, man. Fuck that. That's bitch nigga shit. Curtis Anderson, what's going on? Kurt Sugar. He said Drew League starts tomorrow. Niggas can't hate on these fights. The Fury fight brought up Ortiz, and I know my point about it. I understand like it's good fights, but it's not the fight that I want. This is my person. This is me giving my raw personal opinion. And I got some news coming probably next week. So I got some new shit starting up, man. So this is my opinion. Like at the end of the day, my God honest opinion, and I don't like to share my personal opinion, but I've been sharing it on this fact. I don't give a fuck. I'm not paying for them. This is my personal. I'm not saying body stature, you need to boycott it. Hey man, support the champ. But for my opinion, I'm not supporting no sucker shit. He said, yeah, why Wilder should have fought AJ first, then Deontay Wilder will be the super A side. Exactly, Muty. That's what I'm trying to break it down to people. You know what I'm saying? I can't call a nigga a hoe and then I pull a whole move on a nigga. It don't work that way. I'm not going tit for tat with a nigga. Hold on real quick. My girl calling. Yeah, my bad. Had he on the phone. He said, dog, I don't see no whole move. In opinion, I believe they were serious. I do. At the end of the day, if you think Eddie Hearn wasn't serious, like at the end of the day, they couldn't have been serious. All my thing is like call their bluff. At least sit down with them, see what they talking about. Cause Shelly Finkel gonna be there tomorrow to sit there with John Skipper, the nigga that's paying the bad. He gonna be there tomorrow. At this point, they holding their nuts on us, bro. And the common denominator is Premier Boxing Champions, bro. Premier Boxing Champions is holding up two of the biggest fights in boxing. Earl Spence, they hold him up from fighting Crawford. I don't care what nobody say. I know that for a fact. Deontay Wilder is not holding up the Anthony Joshua fight. I can't be a hypocrite and say AJ holding the fight up, whoopty whoop. You know, he a bitch, and now Wilder holding the fight up. Period. Can't do it. I can't co-sign no cowardly behavior. And I know Wilder gonna stretch Anthony Joshua, but why do I have to continue to wait when tomorrow is promised to no man? Because you want to sit here and you want to break Eddie Hearn. Best way to break the nigga is knocking Anthony Joshua out. If you knock him out, you the king. But then again, what people not thinking about is Anthony Joshua is very beatable. Anthony Joshua is very, very beatable. Anthony Joshua, once again, is very beatable. So just to hear me out. Now, cool. I'm not knocking if you do support this shit, right? I'm not knocking you at all. But yeah, we're not gonna agree. That's not my channel. Is not for everybody to agree. It ain't, man. I respect everybody's opinion. Support the champ. I don't have a problem with anybody being a patron of a brother, right or wrong. Just like your actual brother, or that crazy cousin you got, or that crazy fan you got. If he right or wrong, we still scrapping. That's just the code. That's just the code of the street. Right or wrong, if my man's, he spit on a nigga in the club and they get to scrapping, I ain't gonna be like, damn, that nigga spit on that nigga, man. He deserved to get his ass whooped. No, I'm a jump in and we gonna fuck cuz up, and then I get to the car and say, you stupid ass nigga, pop the nigga in the back of the head. You figure deal me? But for me personally on this one, like I said, I'm taking a step back from just the whole boxing scene on this shit. I'm not gonna sit here and say don't watch the Ortiz fight. I'm not gonna sit here and don't watch the Fury fight, or don't go support those fights. I ain't knock you if you do, and I ain't mad if you don't. I never told a nigga to be like, man, do what I do or do what I say do, and if you don't do it, fuck you and your funky ass, you block. Nah, I'm not rocking like that. But my whole premise on it is, till he fight AJ, that's when I come back. To Earl fight Terrence, that's when I come back. That's when I bring my money back. But like I said before, all this little small shit that they doing, all these little small fights, the Triple G Steve Rose, the Charlo Adams fight, Kovalev and Yard got canceled today. I was looking forward to that. All these little small fights that I have no vested interest in, I'm not gonna be talking about them. I'm not. I'm only gonna talk about shit I want to talk about at this point. All the little small shit, all the little tune-up fights and shit like that, I'm not gonna be talking about them. I'm not. They not about to. I mean, me make a quick buck on YouTube. It's just not. It's just. I'm just not gonna do it no more. If you see me talking about something, either it's gonna be news, or something that I'm willing to talk about, or something, or it's a really good fight that piqued my interest. Other than that, it is what it is. That's just how I'm rocking with it. All the little small shit, other than prospects, and I'm gonna bring back forgotten fighters. You know what I'm saying? Regis and Taylor, obviously. I'll talk about that one. But I'm gonna talk about prospects. I'm gonna talk about forgotten fighters. I'm gonna bring back Blast from the Past. I'm gonna do more of the series that I had on YouTube. I'm gonna do more covering more of the prospects and older fights and shit like that. And then whatever else come up as far as breaking news about certain fights and shit like that, like the whole Joseph Parker thing. Who gives a fuck if Joseph Parker signed a match room? Who didn't see that coming? Javier said, the more I think about it, fans should be supporting the World Boxing Super Series where the best sack up and sign up for the best. Yeah, exactly. That's a great thing. But the problem is they can't get a division like the welterweight division to hop up in there, man. That's just what it is, man. Dwayne said, look at Ortiz's last two performances. I don't think Fury next fight won't be that bad. Damn. Oh, yeah, I think Fury next fight will be. Tom Shorts ain't that good, bro. I think Tom Shorts probably can beat Travis Kaufman, but I'm not 100% sure him and Christian Hammer ain't on the same level. I'm put it to you that way. You know what I'm saying? I'm not talking about Ortiz. I'm talking about Kaufman and Hammer. And then I think he fought Kajanu. I'm not counting the Kajanu fight. That was a bounce back. But he said, okay. He says, Vince say, in that case, I'm not saying I don't agree with you. Things is actually, I agree with everything you're saying. I want the AJ fight, but I'm also going to support the UFC. And I agree with that. Support the brother. I'm not. I ain't doing it no more. Until I get the fights I want, then I'll support him. That's just plain and simple. Plain and simple. All these little small knick-knack fights, man. I love some Jamal Charlo. I like him. Real good brother, talk good, a little less eccentric than it. Totally different from Jamil, right? Love him. Adam fights some bullshit, but I understand why. He getting froze out. Demetrius Andrade was one of my favorite fighters 5-6 years ago. He fight Jamal Charlo after this, like it'd be like when I dropped the baton. It'd be my favorite fight of this year, other than with Regis Progress and Taylor. If Jamal Charlo and Andrade fight this year, it'll be the greatest thing in boxing. That'll make my boxing year. I will be happy. I'll be less irritated with boxing. If Andrade and Charlo, Regis and Taylor fighting, it's the best thing. I shut the fuck up. I shut the fuck up. You know what I'm saying? Other than those, you know, at this point, we trending towards not even having a marquee fight this year. The one that we did have with Canelo and Danny Jacobs failed to meet expectations. You know, it failed to meet expectations. He said, not just us. I want the Fury fight. I got progress, but I might change my pick. I saw him hit. Hold on. I think he meant fifth. He had on after the fight. Fifth he had on. For me, man, I'm just not supporting no more sucker shit in boxing. They milking me of money. What they did between ESPN Plus, between the pay-per-views and all that. I'm just not doing it. I'm just not doing it no more. Yeah, Swartz ain't shit though. I don't know if he's 24 and I know he undefeated. He ain't shit. It didn't take me long to do that. To know that. Yeah, 54, yeah. You know, Erickson Lubin coming back up. Most definitely. Most definitely. That's a great division. You know what I'm saying? But like I said before, you know, you gotta call what's up, John Black, Johnny, I see you. You just gotta call a spade a spade. Wilder can't be doing that. But then again, like I said before, somebody did ask a question. Like I was saying before about Wilder. He's just not betting on himself. Yeah, I would consider J Rock the best right now. I think he beat Charlo, Jamel. He kills Jamel Charlo. Tony Harrison, I favor him slightly versus Tony Harrison. But the thing about it is, before I want to end up on this Wilder talk, the thing about it is that Wilder's not only betting on himself, he's putting his fate. Cincinnati, what's going on? He's putting his fate into Anthony Joshua. He's putting his fate into Anthony Joshua. Like Anthony Joshua can lose. Just as Deontay Wilder can go in there and lose to Fury or Ortiz. Like every time AJ steps into the ring, there's an opportunity for him to lose. If you look at AJ previous fights, he was fast. I was looking at a clip Dr. Blick put up on Twitter. He's fighting Kevin Johnson. He looked fluid. He looked fast. He looked like an athlete. But if you see after that Vladimir Klitschko fight, even in the Dominic Brazil fight, he had fluidity. His punches flowed. He looked like a better boxer. You know, now he after the Klitschko fight, he more vulnerable. He almost lost to Povetkin, in some people's opinion. He said, I think Charlo edged J Rock. He get outboxed. That'd be even worse than what Tony Harrison did. He get outboxed. Well, I'll say that for later. So if AJ lose, then there go your payday. There ain't no other payday in boxing. Ain't no other payday in boxing that's gonna bring that money. If AJ lose, he got to fight Usyk for all the belts. Like, man, you might as well go hang yourself. Oh, you know, AJ can rematch Usyk or he can rematch Puig. I don't think Puig gonna beat him. I can rematch him. And nah, nigga, that money gone. That money gone. You still get some good money fighting AJ, but who knows if Usyk take his soul? Because Usyk, stylistically wise, if Usyk is able to carry that weight, get acclimated, and he able to be and fight Anthony Joshua like he fought what big fella name is Joe Joyce. If he's able to do Joshua like he did Joe Joyce and kind of put a little bit of a twist on it, I can see Usyk beating Joshua. Now you fighting Usyk for undisputed. Nobody want to see that shit outside of us. You know, so you betting on he said, let's be real, J-Rock is not a better boxer than Charlessi is. He's by far a better boxer. Under Derrick James, he's by far. That's Charlo is, I'll get to that in a minute. Just give me a minute, bro. Champ Life, what's going on? You know. So, you know, you betting on AJ too. You betting on Eddie Hearn to make sure AJ be in fights that he can't win. Look at AJ's face. He was getting beat up. His face came marked up. Somebody was beating the shit out of him in Miami. So you playing with fire. Shy, what's going on? 702. Salute. Jose. You playing with fire. You know what I'm saying? You playing with absolute fire. Let me invite Dr. Blake, man. This nigga Miles, man. This nigga Miles out here shedding like a fucking crackhead, bro. I thought my dog was the only nigga. I guess the season's changing and shit. This nigga out here shedding shit. Shit. I gotta brush this nigga like 2 times a day. It's that season where these dogs shedding for no fucking reason. My dog shedding for no reason. I gotta vacuum like 2-3 times a day. I'm like, man, I'm getting this nigga fish oil, tuna, and it's just natural. These niggas just shedding out here in these streets. German Shepherd across the street, his girlfriend, she just shed in these streets. I'm like, damn. See Dr. Blick doing. Dr. Blick, I done bossed up on that nigga. I went to go get me a Turtle Beach for that bitch ass nigga. Cause I'm gonna beat his ass on fight night on this bitch. Y'all pay attention. I'm gonna fuck him up on fight night. I'm about to go practice when I get off. I'm gonna go fuck him up on fight night. Then Showbiz can get it. Whoop his ass too. Nelson, what's going on? I really ain't shitting fight night, but Mortal Kombat, I kick a nigga ass. Call of Duty, if you play hardcore, nigga, I kick your ass. I don't play that. That's that regular core shit. No, I want to shoot your ass and you die. I don't want to be shooting you in your back and you just, and you kill me from the hip. Fuck that. I'll be hawking niggas down on fucking Call of Duty. All I play is that hardcore shit. I don't need no map. I just pre-ordered that motherfucking new Call of Duty today. I got the poster and everything and shit. I can't play Battlefield. That shit just ain't for me. I got fight night also, but I'm not good, to be honest. I ain't shit, but I talk shit. I speak it to believe it to become it. I speak it to believe it become. Yeah, hardcore the only way to play, real talk. I play regular core for like other niggas I used to play with. I play that shit. I play regular core for other niggas I used to play with. $2K garbage, bro. I got it, bro. I got it on my Xbox. That bitch loaded. You seen the new COD trailer? Yeah, man. I pre-ordered that shit today. I pre-ordered the expensive one. Yup. That and shit. That video game keep a nigga out of trouble. Pussy in the video game keep a nigga out of trouble. Yo, what's going on, Dr. Blick?
Yo,
I bought me a Turtle Beach nigga today. So when I'm beating your ass, I can talk to you.
oh man, yo man, I still go away until my elbow recovers, man.
Fuck up out of here, man. Part of exhibition. The
Oh
rappers
man,
spit the words. No, the
I
rappers
need my
spit the
2 bucks,
words.
man.
So what you think about this Fury fighting shit?
I wanted to see the fight initially. Obviously, I'd rather have it in Ortiz. I feel like Ortiz fight isn't needed, but I feel like Wilder trying to prove a point that he didn't get lucky in that 7th round, and I have no problem with these fights happening. I just wanted to see Anthony Joshua first, and in retrospect. These fights, based on all the fights were confirmed, other than Regis and Josh Taylor, these fights are pretty much the best fights. Even though we didn't want to see it, but this is actually compared to everything else we got. These are top fights, and it's sad because everyone's angry at these fights, and it's a fight that nobody wanted to see, but it's better than everything else we got when you really look at it. And yeah, Showbiz was right because I saw his video. He basically predicted that this would happen. He said the rematch is happening so that they could build the Fury rematch and all that stuff, and the whole line that Wilder's trying to say that he's trying to clear up all these quote unquote controversy. But other than that, I really want to see the AJ fight. Based on what Wilder said, it seems like AJ wasn't really serious. He's just playing the narrative that that he that Wilder doesn't want to fight him, and he's able to take advantage of it. Like I said before, the whole PR game in terms of who's right and who's in the wrong. AJ's been beating Wilder from the beginning to the end. But yeah, that's what I got to say on that, man.
And it is what it is. He said I murder everybody with Quan Chai on Mortal Kombat. I'm untouchable with him. Okay. I beat his ass too. I beat your ass with I beat your ass with Raiden, nigga.
CJ, what orders?
Let me see how to play with Liu Kang. That's one nigga I ain't played with. You think who you think win the rematch, Fury or Wilder?
Um, I feel like Wilder could win, especially if he puts on weight.
I gotta see what Fury look like. Fury
I feel
could
like
be
Wilder
shot.
can win.
Fury could be shot because the way he got knocked out, bro.
I don't think he got up normally, man. I actually think there's a side effect to the way he got up. Now you can't just get up, man, and with that big of a knockdown, your eyes facing the canvas, and that like no necessarily damage ever happened to you. I think that could have taken a lot out of him because remember Donna Stevenson when he got a draw against Badu Jack. Everyone thought Adonis Stevenson was slowing down. Lost a lot of stamina. But we saw the fight afterwards. That Badou Jack fight took a lot out of him. Same with James DeGale when he had that Badou Jack draw. When you're in them tough draws, man, it takes a lot out of these fighters.
Yeah,
So Fury could
he
be.
the one that didn't want the rematch.
Mm-hmm. I think he was trying to prolong it for himself.
He's
But
trying to recover.
I can't. The problem is with Fury, I can't judge it based on Tom Swartz because I tried to judge him against PNL.
You can look at it. You can look at it. You can look at his faculties,
Okay, that's true.
reaction time. You know
Mm-hmm.
how his foot moving and
Yeah, reaction time looked terrible against against PNL.
but that's different though. He wasn't coming off of getting knocked out. This nigga just got stretched.
Yeah, he did
This
get
nigga,
stretched, man.
that
I
motherfucker
think
got
it's gonna
stretched.
stretch even worse, man. I feel like Wilder gonna get him more. I feel
Matt
like
Hatter said. Matt Hatter said, excuse me, Super Chat. He said Ortiz should have taken the AJ fight instead of Wilder rematch. Ortiz could have demanded more in a Wilder rematch if he dusted off AJ and had a belt. That's another thing I want to talk about. You know, pretty much in kind of in a situation, Ortiz was already promised a Wilder fight, and that's why he didn't take the AJ fight.
remember what he said about him. He said he'd do anything for this dude.
Like I told you, bro,
When these
like
fighters say this, man, they're not joking.
Al Heyman got niggas turning down $5 or $7 million to go make less than that. What's
Mm-hmm.
going on, L5 player? So Al Heyman, this ain't the first time Al Heyman been paid niggas to not take fights. He did it with Peter Quillen. Again, Korobov, he paid Peter Quillen like $500,000 to not fight Korobov because Jay-Z was involved. You know, and now he paid and pretty much he told Ortiz, and they tried to fucking dumb it down. Excuse me, they tried to dumb it down, but really, when you put two and two together, it didn't have nothing to do with Dave Promotions. Ortiz didn't take the AJ fight because he was already promised the Wilder fight. Koznaki came out and said it. Koznaki was offered the AJ fight first. He said, I'm already promised the Wilder fight. That's what he told Eddie Hearn. So Al Heyman Al Heyman didn't believe Luis Ortiz was going to be AJ. Because had he believed Ortiz really would have stretched AJ, guess what? Undisputed would have been in his pocket. But then again, maybe he didn't want to fuck that money up for Wilder.
Yeah, because undisputed with Ortiz, isn't as much as what it would be against AJ. Regardless of whoever has the free bounce or whoever has the bounce, like just going off by name, AJ and Wilder is the biggest fight. Regardless of whoever has the bounce, man. Those two guys, with the way they built themselves up, they're the biggest fights, man. And I was looking at one of AJ's old fights, man. That guy, you were actually right, man. He actually is regressing, man. Yeah, I saw how he looked against Kevin Johnson. Even his hand speed is a lot slower now. His punch variety isn't as good. It's like he's getting worse. I don't even know what's up. It's weird. It's ever since that Klitschko fight, he hasn't been the same.
Yep, I told you, bro. He regressing. People don't want to look at the truth and look at the facts. And to be honest, I don't know if Wilder getting better after the Fury fight, but he's still doing stuff. If you really look at it, Wilder body is breaking down, and a lot of motherfuckers not paying attention. It was the bicep, it was the hand, the arm. He hurt his arm in the Fury fight too, I believe. Then he hurt his arm. Then he hurt his arm in the Dominic Brazil fight. So you can't just be in here tussling with 300-pound men and you 200 pounds. It just don't work that way.
Yeah, man.
he fighting at a 30, 40, 50, 60 pound disadvantage sometimes.
Yep.
You know, so you can't. So Deshaun, so you Jesse, Jerry, what's going on? Jerry James, what's going on? You can't. Andy, what's going on? You can't do that, bro. So he needs to come in at 230, 235 minimum. But his body breaking down too, and it's hard to judge Al Heyman. Motherfuckers believe in Al Heyman. I don't believe in his premise, bro. His premise is not for the boxing fan. His premise is for the financial gain of his fighters, but also it's for the best interest of his company. That's what it is. It's for the best interest of his company. Because you know Ortiz and Wilder, by the letter of the law, they both ducked. You know, Anthony Joshua. You know, but for me, I didn't think the Ortiz fight was big enough for anybody to give a fuck about. Real talk. Who gave? I mean, you could have sacrificed Ortiz. Wilder already beat him. I thought you said Wilder was ducking. Didn't I just say that like 2 seconds ago? I should just kick you out for being wrong. Shut the fuck up. Get out here, you fucking mooly.
I think with the whole Ortiz thing, like you said, with the DAZN offer, they are forcing Wilder to be on pay-per-view because, like you said, man, Wilder's becoming kind of too expensive for them to have on our regular TV.
Say it again.
Wilder's too expensive for them to have on regular TV because of how much his value's gone up. It's costing them a lot more money.
Clarence, what's going on?
So they need to make up that money, man, by putting them on pay-per-view. But I don't think Ortiz is the right dance partner to put on pay-per-view. They're gonna have to go out of their way to promote this real good, man, for people to buy that.
Showtime don't promote good. Shalon Paul said every cycling fights to avoid a real fight. Everybody doing it in boxing.
And if you get 100,000 or 150,000.
And at the end of the day, if they're not recycling fights, then they giving you fights that's past the expiration date, like Sean Porter and Errol Spence, and then they make you pay for it. We getting punished for no reason.
I think that fight is the least fight that should be on pay-per-view because that's a regular TV fight.
I think Wilder and Ortiz is a regular TV fight.
Yeah, I agree with that too.
You think Sean Porter? Which one should be on pay-per-view before the other? Jerry James, salute. He said, if you was boxing, what division would you be in? Heavyweight, nigga. Ain't no other way. I can't get down to fucking light heavyweight or I wouldn't want to fight at cruiserweight. I can get down to cruiserweight, but who the fuck want to fight at cruiserweight? If I'm getting knocked out of doing it now, I'm gonna get the big money. Maybe I could be the heavyweight of Canelo and beat the fuck out of some welterweights at heavyweight.
What about what's it? At least with the Wilder fight, man. At least someone's gonna get knocked out for the most part. Someone at least gonna get dropped.
I think both fights would be exciting, but then again, both fights would be exciting, but then again, I don't really give a shit about them. But maybe when fights come through, then you get buyer's remorse, so you be like, oh, I'm excited about the fight. I'm not. But which one would you rather be on pay-per-view? Errol Spence or Sean Porter? Which one is more worthy of the pay-per-view? Even though both ain't, but which one would you rather see on pay-per-view? Errol Spence, Sean Porter, Wilder, Ortiz?
Wilder, Ortiz. Because at least I know the fight is gonna be action packed. The first one's actually like last year. It was fight of the year or one of the fights of the year.
But after seeing Ortiz's last two performances, you think it ain't gonna be a quick knockout?
Hey man, I don't know.
What make you think Errol Spence and Sean Porter be any less exciting than a rematch?
Okay, yo, I got a question. Yeah, do you want to pay for Sean Porter on pay-per-view?
I feel him in Ortiz. At least it's a unification bout.
That is true, man.
I mean, hold on. At least I can hear Kenny Porter build the fight up. Mickey, Maki, Mookie, I don't know what the fuck he be saying.
Yeah.
I already seen that fight before. Now
He's making it sound like it's from Zamunda.
You know what I'm saying? I'd rather see Sean. I ain't gonna lie. I'd rather play for Earl Smith and Sean Porter, bro.
Yo,
I ain't
yo,
never seen. Hold on. I ain't never seen Sean Porter in the boring fight, and I only seen Earl in one boring fight with Mikey, and that wasn't really his fault.
I've never really seen Wilder in a boring fight too.
I said Ortiz have been in one. He been in two. What the fuck you mean? His last two fights.
Oh, no, but Wilder always makes boring fights entertaining fights. You know for a fact if
I don't want to.
if you was against AJ, man, that fight would be boring.
I don't want to see no fighter fighting the pins, bro.
No, I'm just saying, man.
Ortiz going in the ring with
a chance of winning.
Ortiz going in that bitch with the pins on, bro.
Yo, who has more chance of winning, man?
Sean Porter, nigga.
You think Ortiz is that much of an underdog?
Ortiz did you not see his last two performances? I know people say, "Oh, Yugas." At least Yugas is a prime athlete. This nigga went life and death with the Euro bum, the gum under the Euro table, bro.
He had an off night, man.
Travis Coffin was supposed to be retired, nigga.
Yo, man, how you forgetting that one draw?
Draw where?
The one draw that Sean Porter had?
With Jose Diaz, whatever the fuck.
Yeah.
You forgot that lackluster fight that Ortiz had with fucking Tony Thompson? Or out of shape Tony Thompson? You forgetting that boring fight? He went the distance with Malik.
You forget when he did how he was outboxing Wilder?
Huh?
Other than the rounds he got dropped in, he was outboxing Wilder. Other than the rounds he got dropped in.
Do you really believe he about to duplicate that performance, bro? This nigga about 56 right now, bro.
Wilder ain't the hardest person to outbox. Yeah, what Mark Breland said about Wilder's boxing ability? He said Wilder's boxing ability is as good as he was when he was 11 years old. He's earned trainer.
But I ain't even talking about that, bro. Ortiz, he was barely outboxing Christian Hammer.
Yeah, he's trying to pace himself in it, man. He learned from that Wilder fight.
Man, fucking give me
Sean Porter. He ain't gonna take as many chances.
Give me Sean Porter, Earl Spence, bro.
Oh man.
Ortiz
gonna see them elbows, them headbutts.
Ortiz better have a fucking revival, like fucking J-Rock.
What's more likely to give you a knockout or someone getting dropped?
I don't give a shit about that. I want to see the best fight.
Oh man.
I don't want to see nobody going into the ring with diapers on.
Yo, man. We all know Sean Porter was holding that belt for Keith Thurman.
Hey, it's unification bout. Luis Ortiz ain't never had a belt. Sean Porter been a champion 2 times.
Man. The belt in the welterweight division is easier to obtain. The quality in the heavyweight division.
Sean Porter ain't ducked a 3.
I'm just saying.
Sean Porter ain't ducked a 3-belt champion.
There's no. When was the last time we seen a 3-belt champion in the welterweight division?
He ain't ducked it.
I can't even remember a time anytime soon.
Sean Porter stopping somebody like fucking Christian Hammer, bro. Stop playing with me, man.
I don't think he would, man. He could have shot Adrian Granados.
He shot Paulie Malignaggi. What the fuck you mean?
Man, that's poorly, man.
Paulie but better than Christian Hammer? His career?
Yeah, of course.
He touched the belt.
It ain't that hard to be better than most of these heavyweights, man.
Career better than Luis Ortiz, bro. Tell me it's not.
Huh? Who?
Paulie got a better career than Luis Ortiz.
Of course. Come on, it's not my fault that Ortiz started boxing went pro at 31.
Come on, man. Stop hating on Porter, man. Porter beat Usyk.
Oh, you were the one that used to rag on him, bro, all the time.
Yeah, fuck Porter, but in this situation, I don't want to see that old ass Luis Ortiz, old ass nigga.
But look at it this way, man. Look at it this way, PJ. This fight was gonna be on free TV. They pushed it back just to put it on pay-per-view.
Ortiz was on free TV, nigga, with Wilder, nigga.
No. The fight was confirmed for free TV, and they pushed it back just to put it on pay-per-view.
I watch Earl and Shine, bro. I'll pay for Danny and Mikey before I pay for Deontay and Ortiz.
Nah, man. You know, Mikey Garcia getting stretched.
Yeah, true. I don't get. At least somebody get knocked out. Let me use your premise. At least somebody get knocked out.
Yo, man. At least this is more of a competitive fight.
Ain't nobody was talking about an Ortiz rematch, bro. But Shelly Pink on everybody, man. Fuck Ortiz, man. I hope he pop out again. His cheating ass. You out your mind. Give me Sean Porter, Earl Spence, bro. Booster Porter for the upset. Booster Porter for
Wait.
the.
Okay. What about Fury Swords, man?
Hold on. He's stopping Earl in 6, bro. You want to put some money on it?
With Sean Porter.
Sean Porter
Stopping
stopping Earl
L.
in 6. He
Yo, you
stopping
want me
Earl.
to bet on Sean Porter stopping L on 6?
Bruh, he's stopping Earl in 6, bro. I'm fucking with you, bro.
Yo, I was gonna say, put your house on that.
What if he stopped that nigga in 6? I'd be sick.
But I'm going over to Fig's channel, man. All them Texas fans, bro.
Earl gonna beat the fuck out of
Kenny Porter, man. He gonna be like that one dude. This is the greatest day of my life. He will hold the belt. He will hold the belt. He put the belt on his shoulders.
Kenny Porter can tag in. So all I'm saying is, who got a better chance of winning? Ortiz versus Wilder or Porter versus Spence?
In my opinion, Ortiz, man.
Fuck up out of here, man.
Ortiz almost stopped him in the 7th round.
Oh, that was like what, 2 years ago, bro?
No, that was last year.
What, man, come on, man. That was last year?
Yeah.
Damn, that feel like 2 years ago.
Yeah, because the heavyweight division been moving so slow. We're in the hyperbolic time chamber.
Man, all I'm saying is, other than the Kajanu fight, I think that's who we knocked out and on the Wilder Fury undercard. Who the fuck is Ortiz beat though? What has he done? He looked terrible.
Who is that to beat? Who other than Wilder? Who is he for?
He could have fought AJ.
That's true, man. Okay. I can't defend Ortiz there. He takes that L.
Could have fought AJ.
All right, man. He felt like the Wilder was more lucrative for him.
He said Ortiz might pull an AJ. Could try for. He could try for.
So you're basically insinuating you think Ortiz gonna get blown out like Stavern, or
Yep. I think it's gonna be like 4 rounds or less, bro.
so Ortiz get blown out in the 1st round. Are you gonna give Wilder credit, or are you gonna say Ortiz was past it?
I don't give a shit till he fight Joshua. He don't get no credit till he fight Joshua.
No, but would you say that Wilder's getting better if that happens?
He fighting the fucking grandpa with the pins on, nigga.
What if he stretches Fury?
It's the same grandpa that was drooling on his nuts after he got dropped. You know he shit himself, nigga. He shit himself when he got here. I don't want to see this old nigga no more. Go fight AJ, man, or Dillian White. So give me something different.
I got a question, man. If it was Dillian White on pay-per-view instead of Ortiz, would you prefer that than Sean Porter and Arrow? Dillian White versus Wilder, bro. Yeah.
I still take Sean Porter. I don't know.
Come on, man. You get to see Dillian White get stretched.
But Dillian White ain't got no buzz. Just my personal preference. I rather see Dillian White get stretched. Real talk.
But what's it? So wait, so if Wilder blows out Fury, yeah, like he did with, I don't think it's gonna happen. Like he did with Brazil.
I give him credit after he beat AJ. I give him credit after he beat AJ. He ain't getting no credit.
Wait. So you don't think if he knocks out Fury, you don't think that confirms that he's what's it? He's definitely gonna beat AJ.
I already know he's gonna beat AJ.
Yeah, man.
I told y'all niggas this. I told y'all 2 years ago.
Some people think he has no chance.
Dude, I told you this 2 years ago. This is a 3 rounds of under fight, bro. Ain't not gonna change my mind unless he lose. But then again, if you lose to Luis Ortiz, I mean, I don't rate Ortiz too highly after his last 2 fights, but he still got better boxing ability than AJ. You lose to Fury, I feel that Fury is the best. Out of boxing skills, he the best boxer.
I don't think Fury can avoid that punch. I thought Fury gonna be way too cautious. Fury was actually throwing the flurry of punches at some points, man. I feel like I'm gonna get flashbacks.
Could be.
But like you said, you gotta see how he looks against Tom Swartz, man. What about Andrew Ruiz, man, versus AJ? People are saying that you shouldn't overlook Andy Ruiz.
Well, his face was getting lumped up. He shouldn't overlook nobody.
I saw that, man. He getting his ass. Yo, remember the last time we saw someone got their ass whooped in the gym? It was Povetkin. You know what happened to him?
The
He
boys
got.
beat the shit out of his ass. That nigga shit like some. I don't know. He looked like a bruised up banana.
I'm
That
telling you, man. That the thing that he was on was some Captain America serum, man. With the way he was able to beat people, man. Like Manny Pacquiao in the heyday, them juiced up Pacquiao.
motherfucker get shit beat out of his head. Y'all got any questions before I get off? He said, I like Spence versus Porter unification, one step closer to undisputed.
Well, is it
At
really
this
one step
point,
closer, man? As long as Keith Thurman has that belt, it's not. It's not. It doesn't really progress anything. It's literally what when Keith Thurman had two belts, you're just switching it around with different people.
at this point, which would happen first, Spencer Crawford or Wilder Joshua? Wilder Joshua. Do you think Wilder took some years off Fury career? No, the crack, the
Yes.
cocaine, and the steroids did, nigga. Nope, the
Have you seen the
cocaine
stuff
did.
that Fury's been saying?
Man,
And
nigga,
Boxing another right. He said Fury's the only heavyweight for the only fighter that gets away with saying it gets away with so much crap. He's the least criticized fighter in the heavyweight division. No one criticizes him.
Mikey Garcia, Danny Garcia. Probably Danny Garcia.
Wait, do you think that's the reason why Fury didn't fight Dylan White? Because he felt like he could lose that fight, and he didn't want to mess up the Wilder fight.
I said Dylan White knocked his ass out in the gym or knocked him down, so maybe that's what it is.
Fury wasn't fighting the same though. Fury used to stand there and pray with people.
Then Dillian White want all the smoke though. I don't know.
Keep in
Dillian
mind,
White,
no, I'm telling you, man. The time period that he fought, that he sparred Fury in.
yeah, I understand that.
Fury did not fight the way he does now. He used to stand in there and prayed. He had a Jared Hurt style, man.
Look, I understand that. I do. But like Dillian White, like mad confident, bro.
Because he's beating bums.
he ain't got no fear.
Okay, look at it this way. Who is Dylan White gonna fight next? And he wants to fight in America next.
Will he beat
He's
Oscar
got
Rivas?
nobody.
Will he beat Oscar Rivas? Is the question.
Man, if he hits him in the eye, then yeah.
He said, Boxer Connolly said, Wilder freezing AJ out. Do you think Wilder will be able to? He said, do you think Wilder will be able to snatch Usyk as well? Nah. Usyk ain't fucking with that. Fuck with him.
Yeah, Usyk said he doesn't want to fight Wilder already.
He gonna get his ass knocked out. His eyes gonna get knocked out of his head. He got glass eyes anyway.
Usyk got hit by Gassiev. And we know how slow Gassiev is.
Yeah. You think
Usyk was getting hit clean by Gassiev.
They said Fury back playing. Is Fury back playing with his nose? Probably so. Fury been back putting shit up his nose.
That's what he's saying, man. I won't be surprised.
Then do you see it every other sport? Hey, I think Daniel Dubois better than Dillian White, no doubt. He probably could beat the boys. Probably could beat Dillian White right now.
Why was getting hit by Lawrence O'Kelly?
Niggas Lawrence O'Kelly was cooking his ass. Now he was Shane McGuigan. He was Shane McGuigan now. Lawrence O'Kelly. He might get better than Shane McGuigan.
Lawrence O'Kelly, man.
I seen him train with Shane McGuigan like he was getting some fundamentals. Dylan White can fight Koznaki. Koznaki look like he about 400 pounds, bro. Go look at Michael Hunter Twitter. They took a picture. Koznaki look like he ain't ran a lap. He ain't did a sit up or crunch.
I got a question. How old people like him not motivated?
Bro, that motherfucker look like he look like an ice cream, a vanilla cone that's melted. This motherfucker like a sack.
Beat Gerald Washington and go comfortable.
Bro, I'm in better shape. Real shit. I'm in better shape than Koznaki.
You beat Gerald Washington and go comfortable. It's like, yo, that's it, guys.
This nigga got love handles under his titties and shit, nigga. That's what you call you a professional athlete.
Yo, how those get boxed while I do that freaking Fury had that shit, bro. Every time Fury threw a jab, his body was all jiggling and shit, man.
Man, George Foreman was in better shape than fucking Koznaki. Wilder versus Big Baby. Oh, come on, man. Ain't a real question, is it?
But Wilder knocked Big Baby out down multiple times. He said he had her. He had to send him to the hospital.
No telling how much shit he had shot up his ass then.
Nah, it was Big Baby was a lot smaller back then.
That
Wilder,
motherfucker.
Wilder said he was in the mid. He was in the mid-20s.
Go to Michael Hunter Twitter. Him and Koznaki faced off. That motherfucker look like dude.
Yo, did you see how much AJ weighed?
248 or 247.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, weighed
I
in
think
like
I think
the other
AJ
part.
weighed, man. We're gonna see how fast AJ really is and the true athleticism. Oh man. You hyped for the fight tomorrow?
I ain't watching that shit.
What do you mean, Katie Taylor fight for undisputed?
Oh, she is. I catch the replay on his own on YouTube. I'm going to see Godzilla tomorrow, and I'm going to see fucking either John Wick 3 or Aladdin. Or I might go see mine. I want to see two movies tomorrow. Yeah, I'm going
Watch,
to
we're gonna get fight of the year candidate, man.
Okay,
AJ's gonna be distracted. He's been distracted. Has Wilder all on his mind, and then then this fight is gonna be a tough fight. And it's gonna be a war, man. You have to dig in deep.
And fuck what you talking about. Then I'm going to the casino. I'm going to the roulette table.
Then what happens if the fight is good then?
So be it. I ain't tripping.
So, how would you rate AJ if you went life and death with Andy Ruiz?
Excuse me. Pernell versus Duran. Probably Pernell. If he went life and death with Ruiz went life and death with Joseph Parker. Yeah, but I think he beat Joseph Parker. Ruiz ain't a bad fighter.
A lot of people think he beat Joseph Parker.
I hope Ruiz wins tomorrow. Ruiz remind me of Fat Joe, the rapper. Damn.
You do know AJ get ripped by people in the UK if he loses to Ruiz. You get memed the hell out of in the UK.
He look like one of y'all local fighters. What you talking about?
You know he looks like, them UK bombs, man, that they get people to fight at the beginning of their career, man. He look like that, man. Yeah, even Teddy Atlas, like, at least we know he ain't gonna test positive. Man.
Camacho or Pernell? What do you think about the horror version of Superman called Brightburn? My mama watched that shit. She was
telling me. Good fight, man. Pernell or AB?
Fuck up out of here.
Well. Pernell or Pacquiao?
Pernell.
Pacquiao or Mosley at 135?
Mosley.
I didn't really think about it. Pacquiao kind of did fight a bit of Floyd's leftovers.
Pernell or Paul Williams? Pernell. You figure it out. Trinidad or Pacquiao? Trinidad. What else you got? All right, go ahead.
No, I was gonna say, would you rank Pernell as a fighter, like in terms of like his best weight class?
Probably 35.
Do you think he's one of the best 35-pounders of all time?
No doubt about it.
Right.
Pernell versus Floyd. Probably Floyd. He close though. Spencer is Trinidad. Trinidad beat the shit out of Spence right now. Now Spence go on to dominate the division, and I learned more.
Mike Tyson now versus AJ.
What?
Mike Tyson now versus AJ.
Mike Tyson right now. Beat Charlo Triple G. I ain't sure. I think that's a 50-50.
Oh, that's a good fight.
It like Jonathan Banks teaching them some different tricks now. He got Triple G fighting with a rhythm now.
So he's saying Triple G, looking better.
Yeah, he did. He is. He looking better under Jonathan Banks. I don't know if it's gonna translate. I don't even know. I mean, he should roll up Steve Rose, right? So I don't know. Charlo don't even want to fight Triple G no more. He said if it ain't If Andrade and Canelo don't call it, don't fight him next after he call him out, he moving up.
He's one of the worst managed fighters out there, man.
Pernell or Mosley at 35. Pernell. Mosley was too
How,
jittery. Too jittery.
how,
Pernell. Go ahead.
I was gonna say, how are you in a position where freaking you're been a mandatory? Let me just put this into perspective. He was a mandatory. He got his mandatory ship on the undercard of Adrian Broner versus Mikey Garcia.
Who you talking
No, how
about?
long ago that was? Charlo. He got his mandatory on the undercard of AB versus Mikey Garcia. That was a long time ago.
Why
He's
Andy
been
Ruiz got
mandated
on?
for that
Why does
long,
Andy
and he's
Ruiz?
still mandated to
Why does,
fight.
why does Andy Ruiz got on skinny jeans?
Yo, man, we don't know for a fact. His blood ain't circulating in his legs, bro.
That nigga look like a melted Greek yogurt.
uh,
Plain.
man, if he beats AJ, man, that'll be a massive upset, man.
AJ can never recover from that.
No, they're gonna call AJ gonna get ridiculed too much. They're gonna call him a bomb and all that stuff. Because people expecting him to demolish him like Wilder did. Like Wilder demolished Brazil.
Mm-hmm.
People expect that, man. So AJ got a bit of pressure. Keeps calling like Wilder. Eddie Hearn mad.
Used to Joshua probably gonna fight Pulev after
That's a terrible
Ruiz.
fight in the States.
Yeah, you better keep his mom away from Pulev. Pulev might grab her ass.
You know he will, bro.
Pulev gonna donkey fuck AJ mom.
Bruh. You can see a clip of AJ's one freaking lap dancing pull-ups.
he gonna do what Big Baby Miller couldn't. He ain't gonna pull out. Pulev gonna be AJ daddy.
Oh man. Hey, you wrong for that, bro.
Hell yeah, but let me get off here, man. I got some shit I gotta handle, man. Appreciate everybody for coming on, man. Appreciate it, Dr. Blake.